Well, if you're looking for a quick holiday trip, California may be an option. Sunny San Francisco has gotten a bit of a bad rap in recent years from negative headlines on homelessness, crime, and rampant drug addiction. But the citywide cleanup effort for the recent APEC summit has helped give the city a fresh start. Our travel contributor, Jefferson, takes us along for a tour.
Where else to begin but, of course, the classic, iconic San Francisco cable car, showing the city at its best. All the issues that we've been hearing about, the drugs and the homelessness, the tent cities, etc. Not seeing it here, just seeing the best of San Francisco. Let's see how we fare at some of the other tourist spots.
The idea was that I would go to every major tourist spot in San Francisco, the same place you might want to go to over the holidays, and see for myself how the national press narrative compared to reality.
City officials here did a yeoman's job cleaning up the streets for the big APEC conference, and it worked. A lot of the homeless encampments went away, were shoved aside. The question is, a few weeks later, now that APEC has come and gone, how's it going?
To find out, I boarded the Red Bus Tour of San Francisco, which brings tourists to all the popular spots. Plus, walked around a whole lot, rode on the cable car, of course, and drove over the Golden Gate Bridge to Sausalito for an awesome look at that majestic bridge. And except for two kind of sketchy neighborhoods, I was in agreement with this tourist from Australia.
So we've come to visit San Francisco. We had been warned about the homelessness and we were a little bit worried, but it's been a beautiful trip. We've loved it. I highly recommend it to anyone. It's gorgeous.
But to sum up, after all the negative press, San Francisco has finally decided to clean up its act, at least for now. But as more than one local said to me, great, but will it last? Well, as a tourist, all the great spots that made San Francisco one of the most picturesque cities in the world are intact. They're still incredible. The morning sea lions at Fisherman's Wharf, the lovely Presidio and the Palace of Fine Arts. Can you beat Chrissy Field and the beach at the foot of the Golden Gate Bridge? Those great San Francisco hills, the Little Italy enclave of North Beach, and lively and really colorful Chinatown right across the street. And of course, the iconic cable cars.
I left my heart.
It was at the fabled Fairmont Hotel at the top of California Street where Tony Bennett introduced his signature song. Nearby the Fairmont are all those beautiful San Francisco Victorians, the Haight District, and Golden Gate Park. Back to right near the Fairmont, if you look down the hill one way, you're going to see Alcatraz Island. Look the other way towards the Bay Bridge, and you might just get a glimpse of Treasure Island. Pro tip, this is where you go to get your best shot of the San Francisco skyline. With all this natural beauty, locals say San Francisco has gotten a bad rap and that the city truly is poised for a big tourism comeback.
You know, sometimes, like people focus on the negative, but in reality, once you're here, like even last night, we had a couple visiting from Singapore and they were amazed. Like, I think the news is, sometimes just like making it a little bit more extra than what it is. But that's just human nature, right?
Second to only the Golden Gate Bridge, Pier 39 and Fisherman's Wharf has long been the most visited destination in the city. It got some post-COVID hurt with restaurant closures and things like that, but it just got a big boost when the developers of the SkyStar Ferris wheel decided to move it to the wharf.
It's really kind of viewed as a blessing by a lot of the businesses here in the wharf. And I think everybody recognized it as, more than just a wheel, more almost like a symbol of revitalization.
So talk to me about the view.
Well, as you can see in SkyStar, you're getting a view that nobody's seen before in San Francisco. So it's really a first-time experience for many people with this bird's eye view of the city. So while everyone's seen the view of the bay from up on Russian Hill and up on the hills of San Francisco, nobody's seen it from the waterfront looking back. And it's really a different kind of experience than what anybody's really seen before, unless you've flown in a helicopter at about 150 feet. It never, ever gets old just how spectacular this bay really is and how beautiful San Francisco and its surrounding areas are.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I've gone to every tourist spot today.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see how the bad news compared to the reality.
Yeah.
And I made my list of about 20 places, and 3 were not good. But 17 were great.
So here's the deal. I am ready to leave my heart here again and again in San Francisco. I'm Jefferson Graham for Scripps News.